Hey guys, what's good? This is Andre and today I want to do a stock review with you guys. I'm going to just review some of the trades that we put out last week and kind of see what you guys should be doing with regards to some of the open positions. Should you have chosen to take any of the advice that we sent out here? Again, this is not indication to buy or sell any stocks, any assets. Really, it's just here for educational and informational purposes. Guys, check out our Patreon. I post a ton of free content in here, so if we scroll down, like, you don't even need to subscribe into a tier. Of course you're gonna get a lot more value if you do, but even for the free package, if you check it out, we always post some really amazing setups. And for instance, we have Double D, we have Intel. If I recall correctly, we've posted a couple of others that have panned out quite well, so definitely give it a look, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer anything. But that being said, let's jump in and review some of last week's choices and see what we should be doing with it. Okay, so we're starting out with Double D. This was DuPont. Guys, you've seen it on Patreon as well. This was an indication of a head and shoulders breakdown. When we initially saw this stock, it was trading somewhere around here. I said we should be waiting for a retest. We got the retest and we got our entry basically. Now we are in this stock and we're waiting for it to move lower down, but nothing to do right now, just be patient. The next one would be Costco, guys. As you can see, we had an entry position here. I've left it in here just so we can keep track of it. So we had an initial 1 to 4.5 risk to reward ratio. Now as of this very second, we've kind of done the 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So I'm gonna take half of the risk off the table and I'm gonna move the stop to break even for the rest of it, just to make sure that I don't lose anything on the rest of the position. The next one, guys, is Intel, and with Intel it's a very similar situation. It rallied off of our entry point slightly. You could attempt to move it to break even, but honestly it's a bit risky, so I would leave it be for now. I think we need to give it a bit more time, and potentially it's gonna retest the trend line. I would again leave it be. If it does retest, I might consider adding another small position here. Moving forward, I know we looked at LUV and LOV, but if I recall correctly, there wasn't any entry with regards to any of these. For LOV, we're still waiting, as you guys can see, for a retracement in here. I always like leaving my my charts marked out like that, so I know exactly what to do. The next one would be CRM, guys. We entered the position here on CRM, and again, a very similar situation. We already took half of the risk off when we reached the 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, and we now are waiting for the rest of the position to play out. Stops at break even now, so there's only upside from here. The next one is SU, Suncor Energy, guys. This hasn't been going so well, and it actually came within a whisker of stopping us out quite finally. But this is also kind of a smart thing about setting your stop loss. Make sure your stop loss is never at precisely round numbers. So in this case, we actually placed the stop loss on the trading account at 27.90 because we wanted to make sure that any retracement back to 28 wouldn't stop us out, and we retraced exactly back to 28. So I'm quite happy with that. If this moves higher from here and manages to break above the 18-day moving average, which has been acting as resistance as of late, I will move my stop to break even on this stock as well. Moving on here, I want to look at TDW. I believe was one that we had outlined, but I don't think we had any entries here. Nope, we didn't. I know we discussed NEO as well, and back then you guys were asking if we should enter, and I said probably not because I'm not seeing any formation. Still nothing interesting enough happening in here. The next one that we definitely took a position on was Disney, and again with Disney we came within a whisker of being stopped out. We're not stopped out quite yet, but it's not looking extremely fantastic quite yet either. Even so, we have the same one risk over here, so nothing bad happened. Moving on, we've got XLP. For XLP, as you guys can see, we've already taken half of the position off at the 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, and we have the rest of the position on for the full kind of 3.5 risk reward if and when that gets triggered. For now, we are trailing the stop here, so it's not even break even. It's somewhere around here at $76, give or take. Cool. Moving on. The next one was Netflix, but we didn't take any trades there. Same for gold, Mulan, Disney again. Texan was an interesting one because I know we took a position, and again we took some profits here on Texan. As you guys can see, we had a 1 to 5.5 risk reward ratio, and I took some profits over here at this 38 fib retracement. This gave me a 1 to 4 risk reward, so I was more than delighted with that. I have a very small position left that's at break even, and I have obviously the profit target that you guys can see on the screen right now. And the next and final one is Triple M, guys. And with Triple M, actually I think we might have a couple of others, never mind me, but with Triple M, really similar situation. We saw it quite early on. I said let's wait for the retracement to the 97 range, but that you can take a small entry. I took a small entry. I added some more once the stock retraced to this trend line over here to roughly $98, because this is a very long lasting, very old support range that I think 2010 was the first time it appeared on the chart. So we are in this position right now. We're in the money, so nothing to be worried about there. United Health was another one where we took a short here. We took a short from this bearish flag. If you guys remember, it looks like I don't have the risk reward set up here anymore, but we took a short from the breakdown of this flag, and we already took profits on this one, so this is off the table. XLB, this was one that we also looked at, but no trades got executed on. XLK was one that we took a trade on, and we got stopped out here. Basically we took this exact trade here, and we got stopped out because it broke above. No harm, no foul. So for Visa, our trade is not here for some reason, but we took something like this. Don't hold it against me. I'm not quite sure if this was exactly it, but it's something in the range. So we're either at break even or slightly in the money with this trade as well. We took IBM and took profits on IBM already. Actually, we played IBM with, let me see if it was part of the free ones that I sent out. It wasn't, but I probably sent something out in YouTube, so you guys can go back and see that. We took an option play here at the trend line, and we took profits on it already. And then there's X where we are still in the position, guys. This is still playing out here. Again, I'm not quite sure why this isn't set up anymore, but again, we came really close to being stopped out. This was kind of the setup that I had. Came really close to being stopped out. Now we are in the money and we're waiting. And DG was another really interesting one that played out really well. I put out a couple of videos here because we retested the trend line a couple of times. We took full profit on the second position that we had here, and the first position is at break even, and its target profit range is roughly $202 to $203. Still being patient with this one because I think there's a lot more downside for it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much encompasses what I wanted to show you guys during this video. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. Check out our Patreon. Again, we post a lot of free trading advice or setups that you guys can take. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.